Instead of getting offended, we need to get on our feet and shout, preach it, preacher. Preach it, preacher. Preach it, preacher. I need a revival. After Nehemiah had rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem in a miraculous fashion, in chapter 6 of his book, he was asked to come to the plain of Ono by Sanballat and Geshem, an invitation of which he promptly rejected. Nehemiah said, I am doing a great work, and I refuse to descend into, oh no. Oh no. We need revival when the saints say, oh no, another revival. Oh no, another offering. Oh no, another 3-day fast. Oh no, another call to prayer and worship. Oh no, another message on holiness. Revival is when the oh no becomes a oh yes. When you get a oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. We're going to get to go to church 3 times this week instead of twice. Oh yes. I saw a sign on a place of business, and this is what it read. It said, if you don't think the dead come back to life, be here at closing time. I've watched people sit in church the whole service. And the pastor says some folks' favorite words, you are dismissed. And those same folks that sat there, bored, lifeless, unemotional, when he said, you are dismissed. Where are we going to go eat? When you're more excited after church than you are during church, you need a revival. I wish everybody get on your feet right now and act like you know I'm preaching you the truth. Somebody shout yes. Turn around to your neighbor and say, I need a revival. I move to a quick conclusion. You may be seated. Isaiah chapter 6 and 4. Could we have those scriptures, please? Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 4. Got them? I'll read them. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 4. And the post of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. How many know that it's our joyful experience to sit back and watch our new converts run and leap and dance and shout? And we just brag. Look, 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 look. Is that not sweet? Look at that. Isn't that precious? But you know what I've observed about new converts? They can run and jump and shout and flip and do acrobatics. And the church just goes, that's sweet. But the Bible said there came a point when the pillars moved. I'm talking about what's holding the thing up. I'm talking about the original members. I'm talking about the board members. I'm talking about the platform celebrities. You may be seated. You know, some of you have wondered why visiting ministers' wives don't travel with them. I'm going to give you some enlightenment. I was in a certain state preaching one night several years ago, and the choir had been up there and they sung for about 45 minutes, an hour. And then they said, now it's time for our preacher to come. We want him to come speak to us tonight. So when I stepped up there, they had glass doors. I saw the choir leave, and I could see them in the foyer drinking water, slapping backs, looked like they was telling a joke, having a good time. So something came over me. It wasn't a spirit of evangelism. It was a spirit of revival. And I said, I will not preach until the choir comes back in here and sits down. I shouted with you. I worship with you. You owe it to God to worship with His Word. If you don't get excited when somebody else is preaching, I have a hard time getting excited when you're preaching. Our joy should not be in personality. Our joy should be in the truth of the Word of God, no matter who's preaching it. Now let me, man alive. Don't you come up to me after church or to any of these guest speakers and say, my Lord, I have never heard such preaching in my life. If you're going to